Honorable President of India, Honorable Vice President, Honorable Speaker, Lok Sabha, Deputy Chairman, Rajya Sabha, Governor, State of Gujarat, Chief Minister, State of Gujarat, Parliamentary Affairs Minister, all other distinguished guests and dignitaries, I do not know how shall I express my joy, exhilarations, and the rejoicing moment, because this is the first time ever in my life I am witnessing this kind of conference under the template All India Presiding Officers Conference. So in the inception, I must express my gratitude to the host of this program who are generous enough to invite me to be discovered myself in the presence of the galaxy of luminaries, eminent persons across the nation. You are going to celebrate the auspicious and historic occasion, Constitution Day, in Kapadia, which is also witnessing the Colossus statue, the tallest in the world, dedicated to the memory of Iron Man, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who espoused the concept of rise above caste, region, and religion, who had weaved the nation, who had played an instrumental role in political and national integration of our country, India. It is a land blessed by the soul of Mahatma Gandhi also. As we know, that India is a young nation as well as an ancient civilization. Our Constitution was a great contribution of those freedom fighters, of those eminent persons who represented each and every walk of our life and who had staged every nerve, who had exhausted all their resources, who had burned their midnight oil to prepare the great manuscript in the world, the longest written constitution. The architect, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, who exhorted to the nation that only political democracy is not sufficient for the country. We need social democracy also, which recognizes liberty, equality, and fraternity. Liberty cannot be divorced from equality. Equality cannot be divorced from liberty. And equality and liberty both cannot be divorced from a fraternity. So the civilization of our nation has been reflected in the preparation of the Constitution. The Indian civilization has never indulged in any kind of a singular idea. In terms of our metaphysics, philosophy, religion, in every sphere, in every realm, Indian civilization reflected the idea of plurality. Plurality should be the basic feature of our civilization. Plurality accommodates differences. Differences embody and enact a dissent. So, India believes in the concept of plurality. India is an augmentative society, and our civilizational conventions always recognize that convention of debate, dialogue, dissent, disagreement. This is the country, as I said earlier, blessed by the great soul Mahatma Gandhi, who was the epitome of truth and non-violence, who was recognized throughout the world as an emancipator of the oppressed people of the world. I just cite a short narration on Mahatma Gandhi before concluding my speech. When the entire Europe was ravaged by the fascist forces during the course of World War II, Einstein was driven away from Europe. Nobel laureate Thomas Mann's books were burned down. That time poet Rabindranath Tagore expressed his anguish, pain and grief to his friends and associates. One of his friends replied him that I also share the anguish with you, but at the same time I will remind you, poet Rabindranath Tagore, that the civilizations of the world have never been determined by the brutal forces. The civilization of the world has been determined by the forces of humanity. So neither the brown shirt of Hitler nor the black shirt of Mussolini will determine the course of the civilization. Rather, the course of the civilization is going to be determined by such a person who does not have any shirt. He is Mahatma Gandhi. He lives in our country, and Gujarat is the abode of the great person Mahatma Gandhi. Long live Indian Constitution, long live Indian democracy, long live India. Thank you.
लोकसभा में कांग्रेस संसदीय दल के नेता श्री अधीर रंजन चौधरी जी, आपका संबोधन के लिए धन्यवाद। आग्रह श्री प्रहलाद जोशी।